You're listening to Real Talk. Here we go. In this bitch.
And we are back.
Back,
Real
baby.
Talk podcast for your ass.
Yes,
We here, man. And we have another guest as well. We have another guest.
The great one.
You want to introduce him? You want to do the honors?
He's your pastor's favorite pastor.
Come on.
The Elohim of the black and white. Come on here. He draws you to the altar. He don't need no band. He don't need no drummer. He don't need no flute. My God. The great man.
My God.
Chicago's on that was super church.
Come on.
I love it. Listen,
Marcus,
they say
bro.
if you don't want church, don't call me.
Don't call me.
Shut up.
Shout out to Ike on that
Listen. Right.
Thank y'all for having me, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm
Hey,
excited.
man, with it, brother.
You think right? You crazy? We love you, man. I'm
Yeah,
glad
love
you're
you
here.
guys, too.
And where you at right now? You home? You at the crib?
I'm at home right now. Yep. I'm at
Okay,
the crib.
come on.
And here in Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago.
Super churchy. Yeah, here in Chicago,
I mean, you're from Chicago, and of course, you know we got the playoffs coming up.
We do.
I mean, you gotta let me know how's it feel to be from the crib where the man has built the house.
Oh, listen, I think I have a certain degree. We have a certain degree of bragging rights.
It sounds like I'm talking to a bishop right now. For real,
okay, come on here.
We have a certain degree.
Mine because when hey, look, I'm so churchy, I can't help it. But man, I feel like, man, since Mike and Scotty, and they did what they needed to do. Dennis, Horace Grant, all of those guys. I was a child when they were having parades and wilding out, setting the city on fire because we winning championships. But I recall the last two or the last one for sure, but like the last two rings. So it's like I remember that, I remember that feeling, and it ain't been no feeling like that in the city since. But we still riding the remnants of it. Okay, amen.
Yeah, amen.
Amen. Amen. And it's crazy too, bro, because I feel like I remember when I was there. Well, like every time we actually go there, like for tour or something, we play there. So we at the house, and it's funny because it'd be like you really every time you walk through there, you really get to walk through the lockers sometimes, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
But you see the paintings, you see the pictures, you see all of the whatever banners.
The banners,
This joint is crazy. This is really like you feel that spirit. Like he was walking through these halls, yo.
Right.
This peanut head was walking right through these halls.
We smoked the hell out of them green rums too.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on, you gotta do that.
Come on, man.
Go ahead and go in the showers.
I've had every show that I've had there. It's like the same level of amazing. I don't know. It's just the energy in the room is just always great. And the people in Chicago, I think they also could feel that energy when they come in the building, even for shows.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and speaking of shows, like, how have you gotten to the point where you're at now, bro? As far as like, because we've toured the world with each other. And then those that you don't know, like Marcus has played for many people, like numerous amounts of artists, and I just like just let me know, let the world know how you've gotten to that point where you've been able to play for all these artists and all these shows.
Well,
because like you said, you come from the church. You come from the church.
Absolutely.
You all do.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna go back to. It's like, first of all, I'm blessed. I'm a blessed kid, and I'm a blessed young man. Where it's like, I grew up. My mom had me at 16, so I grew up with the community. She was young, but she was still in my life, but my great grandmother kind of helped raise me. My aunt kind of helped raise me, and they were very active in church, and they just kept me there. And it was good for me. It was great for me at the time, and kind of help shaped like, my foundation just as a man and as a person before an instrument is even involved. I mean, I think they have, I was raised around people with great character. Even if it was stuff going on in the church, I didn't know about it as a child. I didn't know about it growing up. I got pretty great. I've had great examples of leaders and just before even the music is involved. You know what I mean? So I think that was a great basis. And then when I was like 5 or 6, it's like I started taking interest and just playing the drums, starting off on the drums, and then at 12, just out of nowhere, I could play the piano one day, literally. Like I was on the drums, and then I would tinkle around and mess around. My grandma bought me a small little Casio. Both grandmothers, used to give me small little keyboards and little things because I was interested. And then one day it just started sticking. You know what I mean? I think that was just like it's a miracle.
That is a miracle. That's amazing.
For sure.
There was nothing that I was.
You never told me that story. What the hell?
That's the way it happened, brother. And,
he saved it.
There it is.
And you know how it is. It's like you on drums. It's a line of four individuals as a short.
Oh you gotta be.
We're all interested. May the best man win. Until Big Unk come back. And then it's Big Unk's job at that point. You know that.
So Marcus, when did you start? So at 12, did you plan full services, or when did you start like taking over? To the point that Chicago was like, Marcus is here.
Right.
Well, that was a whole period from like 12 to 16 12 to about 14 or 15 where I wasn't really playing. I was just playing at church. And I was playing alongside of an older lady who kind of also showed me a lot of things in terms of playing with a choir and how your chords are supposed to match.
Always the old heads.
Yeah. Put you in the game.
The most simple things that we use on the road all the time to be like, oh, that intro doesn't work because it's mashing up against the vocal.
Right.
You feel me? Those little things. It's like that's kind of where I learned that playing. And I'm 13, probably 13 to 15, playing in my home church, and then you're growing up as a young teen, and I'm starting to get good. 15, 16, I get other church gigs that start kind of paying me a little bit more and, showing me more of the city. Then of course, high school, playing my high school choir. That's how I got connected to the Gray Boys.
Yeah,
you get connected to the gospel guys in the city that's really moving and shaking and writing the songs and having the musicals. And then it's like, okay, I started coming around, and Rex was one of the first people that saw me and gave me my first chance.
Yep.
My brother.
Tyrannosaurus Rex Hardy.
Yeah. So
I think that's the first time I heard of you, from seeing Rex tag you all the time. Blue Jones, I never met Marcus. Another one I never met yet before neither. I've been following Marcus.
That's dope.
Years,
look at that.
That's crazy.
2 of them.
Like for years, even listening to his music and stuff too. So it's like I kind of feel like I know him. Because I know Rex and them too, but I never met Marcus yet. But it's like I feel like I know him. But Rex is a good dude. So when did you start playing secular? When did that transition happen?
That's probably
when did you start playing for the devil?
That's what they want to know.
When did the church stop calling you? When did the church stop calling you? Once you do that, it's over.
Well, that's what it's so funny because it all started when I got my ears pierced. That was the first thing. My church was so strict. When I got my ears pierced, that's when I started playing at other churches. Which was both good and kind of it was both. It was bad and good for me. I worked it out. It ended up being great. I met other mentors that took me to different destinations until they couldn't. Then after that, that's really when I met Rex. After my first church gig outside of my home church, I met this guy named Mario Moody, who's one of my mentors. He's like a music teacher and he's efficient, like know how to move a church like nobody else. You know how dope it is. So he's like one of those guys, and him and Rex grew up together. He introduced me to Rex. I went to Rex's house one time, met him, and then we just started kind of funneling into each other as far as like on the circuit on gigs. He'll see me, he'll come in. I was playing with Aaron Sledge, which is BJ's brother. BJ, so shout out BJ
Chicago Kid.
Sledge. Shout out BJ Chicago Kid. That's my brother. I was playing for his brother. Aaron Sledge was doing incredible gospel that sounded like R&B. So me and Lil Man was MD in that. That was our our introduction to be able to actually arrange R&B and play R&B on the regular. And it still was gospel. So right after Rex saw that, we had a nice little vibe going, nice little buzz around the city. After that, he called me for Avant. That was like 2000 and
dang, Avant.
Damn.
That's hard, bro. You played with Avant? I didn't know that.
I played with Avant. It was me, Sean Carrington, rest in peace.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to remember who else was it. I want to say AP from Atlanta was on drums.
Okay.
It was a mixed band, but it was a great opportunity. No, Rex was on drums. I'm tweaking. Rex was on drums, and but it was a good introduction. I was on TV, like the local TV stations. We did like a week run with Avant in the city, and it was great. And that was kind of Rex was like, okay, he can do this,
Yeah, he can do it. Yeah.
Okay, he can do this. Right.
That's 2008. That's when he called me for my first tour, which was the Dream and Carrie Hilson.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, or was that 2009? I want to say 2009. Yeah. So that was that was my first big R&B tour. It was the Keisha Cole tour. Yeah, 2009. I want to say.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was doing all that before.
Wow.
And, try to kind of pay my dues, and it was cool. It was great. I'm thankful for all of those moments.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I'm sorry, Bruce.
No, go.
So after that, what did you end up doing? When did you start? Because I recall you like being on with East Coast homies too. So when did like the Adam Blackstone and stuff transition to where?
Well, happened because that happened right after 2008 or 7, I think. Omar joined the Mary band. That's kind of how that was the first. And that wasn't even the total thing. See, Adam used to sub on Mary for JJ when I first got there. So me and Adam and Omar had 2 totally separate, different relationships, like we do now. Like we're brothers together as well, obviously.
Right.
But we both. I have my own relationship with both of them.
Right.
So that's kind of how that started. Omar came to MD Mary with Rex in about 2008. And that's when I think Rex was thinking smart, knowing Omar is a genius. He's not going to be able to be here all the time. So let me bring on another somebody young that I know is available. Let me bring him on so he can kind of learn from these guys on here. And that was the genius of Rex, just knowing like that this is a marriage that could work. You know what I mean? Like me and the Mary band, because you already know. Like I've studied the Mary band way before I was there. Lauren and all of the East Coast homies that used to be doing the gig. It's a legendary seat, So
for sure.
I wanted to make sure I respected it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, then Adam subbed on Mary. Adam subbed on Mary. We kind of had our own relationship through there. And then Adam called me to do like, I want to say a soul. No, it was something before that. Omar called me to do Dirty Money. That's when me and Boots met. That was like 2010, 2011-ish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
I remember that.
Real quick, got a sidebar.
Go ahead.
Did you ever experience anything funny with the bull?
Hey, I was gonna say you experienced about the same thing I experienced, which is nothing but him being over passionate and overbearing as fuck.
Yo, I remember I told everybody, I said, man, I remember one time I went outside after a couple. He used to be on me. He used to always say something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember I went outside. And he came around me with he did the Diddy John, holding his arm around me. Listen, Playboy, calm down. Be you, but you want to hit this? Nope, I'm all right. But thank you though. I'll be me. Me don't hit other men's blunts. I'm out. Keep that joint. No, Diddy. No.
Thank you. But I have my own.
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
Yeah,
but yo,
enjoy that, good brother.
So going from like going from being the church organist, keyboardist, MD / now you're going to like you playing for the devil and
right.
But no, like no, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're doing your thing, you're working, and then what makes you think of, you know what? I want to do my own shit now. Like, I really want to do my own music and be my own artist. Like, what made you want to go that route and say, fuck that, I got to stop for a second and do this?
I think you understand too. It's like, when you get so experienced in any business, I think, and when you get deep into the studies of what makes the business run and how, because at first it's like you're excited to play music. You're a musician. You're making more money than you've ever made at church.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's an adjustment to say, okay, all right, let me do my studies and see how this is working and how I'm contributing to this machine that's going on. It goes from being excited to being, to play to needing to feed your family and that being the main focus. So once that happens, you start seeing the things of the business that's not so nice. The things that you feel like, oh, you know what?
Very true.
I can feel I there are ways that there are other things that I can do. You start feeling like maybe I'm giving more to this than it's giving back to me. And I think at those points, instead of, it's like you're gonna go through a range of emotion, especially since you've been in the business or you've given so much of your heart to something. But then I think you understand, okay, I need to use this and let it benefit me as much as I can and me benefit from it in the same way. And like I think Boots and just to be frank and honest, it's like, we've had so many conversations about valuing yourself and just understanding and waking up and not being so part of the matrix and the things that just, I'm happy to go play. I'm happy to be on stage with this person. I'm happy to be seen and being seen. All of that, that's well and good, but it has its place. But more than that, can you take care of your family? Are things, okay with your children? These are the things that matter more than music.
Yeah.
If those things cannot line up, then you got to switch how you approaching your music game so that it lines up with what you got happening at home and what truly makes you happy.
Yeah, what truly makes you happy. Exactly.
That's why I went to the artist route, because it's like, okay, I love music. I'm never gonna stop playing and loving it the way that I love it, but I have to pivot so that I still enjoy it purely. I'm sorry to cutting the grass out here, but so that I still enjoy it purely, I have to pivot and figure out what works for me. And I think most musicians my age or that has been doing this, 15, 20 years, 30 years, some of us have figured that out. Like this alone is not going to, it doesn't make me happy anymore.
Oh, for sure.
It's
Damn
I
right.
have to make me happy. And then this is an added way to, whatever, enjoy some of the joys that come along with touring.
Yeah, for sure. And it's something that assures too. I think every artist, every musician should put out their own music and eventually do their own thing. You never want to leave this world with, oh, he just played for such and such. Like, what did I do for me? You know what I mean?
What do I sound like?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
seriously, man. Seriously. It's about leaving that stamp. Like, you got to understand, like, people don't really, and I'll say this too, to be real, man. Like, and this is no shade to anyone, but a lot of times too, like you have to know this is the lane for you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you sometimes, like, to be honest, it's not really for everybody to be an artist.
No,
for sure.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's corny or it would be corny, but it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like me saying, oh, I can go be an astronaut. It's like, if you go sit your little black behind down, like, that's a cool idea, but you're not really going to make that, just being real. Like,
and also it's like too, our business or our creativity, the ways it's easier to be to become a producer now. It's easier to become an artist and stuff now. We've moved into a whole nother digital wave where it's like musicians still have to show up, because if not, is music ever going to get back to, you feel me, the true identity of musicianship? And like, come on, man.
Honestly, I feel like it is on the low. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like it's coming back because they're letting more of the. It's funny how this happened. The music that we love is switched. Now that's the underground music.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, before, the hip hop that's on the radio and all that, the trap and all that, that was underground. You know what I mean? Now it's the music that we all love. We got to put that in our playlist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to find it. Like, but it is what it is. But I'm happy that you. Go ahead. What you say?
I said it's gonna change. I think we got ourselves having the conversations, and then I'm trying as an artist too. I'm emptying my bank account right now to have a show this weekend. So, I'm committed to at least making a strong effort to do this.
Did you put a single out?
I did put a single out on February, first weekend in February, but it's doing really, really well. And just thank you for anybody who already streamed. It's called I Do Too. It's available everywhere, and it's simply like a hip hop love song. Where he was a producer. Just testing my creativity, trying to chop up some samples and then add some live band, and it's a really, really good vibe. If you check out the record,
I heard it.
It's definitely fire.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all.
I mean, all your music, all your music, the R&B though. You like the you like the king of.
When I first heard it,
I appreciate y'all.
When I first heard his music, it fucked me up. I was like, he really in his bag, bro.
Yeah, man, like singing. With the vocoder, what made you
talk box?
Talk box. What we doing? What made you go there? How you? Come on, bro.
Man, bro, it was a couple of people. It was Monty Newble who plays with Rihanna and Mary and Eminem and some other people. He's just his whole family's incredible. His brother's a drummer. One of his other brothers a bass player, but that whole family, Monty's great as well, and one of the best aux players of all time. So I saw him doing it, and then there was a guy at home who was doing Sean Cooper, who's cousins with Teddy. Teddy's from here as well. So Teddy Campbell, one of a great drummer. So his cousin Sean Cooper, he got me really, really into it. Then Rex played talk box as well, got me more into it. He was one of my influences as well. And then now it's like, you got Mr. Talkbox, you got Stephen J. Collins, you got Vaughn from Florida, you got, my boy DSL from, I forgot where he's from, but you got so many great guys that's Man, exactly. So you got so many great guys that's still doing it. Even the Apple commercial that just dropped a couple of weeks ago.
That was crazy.
Mr. Talkbox and Terrence Martin. It's beautiful.
Right.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's crazy.
So I thought it's keeping the art alive. So that's something that I'm heavy into as well.
Keep the art alive. Keep the art alive.
Okay. With the fro.
So what's next, man? I need you got to get your daughter and everything. I don't want to.
Yeah, no. You're fine. I got a couple more minutes. I was gonna say I got a show Saturday. It's called Live from the South Side. I'm recording my first live show. So nice. It's at my cousin's White Wall studio. On the south side of Chicago, in the middle of the hood. So I'm very excited about that. I'm kind of approaching it as a mashup between a Tiny Desk and an HBO special, but just replacing the comedy with music. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna flip in and out of some lifestyle stuff when I do put it out. I think it's gonna be a really, really good look. And I've invited people to just come hang. The tickets are $25. They on my Eventbrite, on my Instagram, and I'm excited to just I got a great band. Rex is playing drums with me that night. Paul Jones is playing bass. Cam Lowe on piano, and then possibly Sean Hinton on guitar as well. So it's gonna be a great night, and I just want people to come out and expect good music and come out. This BYOB.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice. We're
gonna have a good time.
It's bio.
Okay. It's bio what too. I mean that didn't make any sense, but just put a W where the B was. You feel me?
Okay.
We're in a private space where you can enjoy yourself in a multitude of ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all better support that thing too. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna cash app you. I'm gonna cash app you a nickel. I got you.
Please, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you so much, man.
Nice
it means
little
the world.
20 feezy.
Yeah, hey Marcus, are you far from Juliet?
Joliet? No, not that far. Probably like 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
I play there on the 22nd at the Forge.
The 22nd of this month?
Yeah.
That's the day before I leave. I leave on the 23rd, so maybe we can link up. For sure.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's just sure. Yeah. It's not far at all. I'll pull up on you. Let me know, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Gotta pull up. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna let you go, man. I know, like I said, I know you gotta get your little lady and everything. So tell her Uncle Boots said what's up.
I will. I'll do so.
How old is your daughter, Mark? How old is she?
She's 4. She's gonna be 5 in July. Yeah, she want to be a musician too. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Life is beautiful.
Another generation, brother. I feel blessed already, bro.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing. That's what we do it for even more now. Like that's why we do it. Like it ain't about we love it, but now it's like, all right, I gotta make sure she got her stuff, she got her little makeup. Make sure she make sure she good.
Her dolls or whatever, vacation, whatever she need, guidance, whatever.
Guidance.
Okay.
Right.
Guidance. Come on, somebody.
Okay.
Hey, listen, man. Marcus, I love you. I know Reem is out. Reem, hey, you out right now too, right? You still on tour?
Yeah, I'm for sure on tour. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm gonna think of it, brother.
Oh. Okay. Well, but is it show day or off day? What we doing?
Brother?
Oh yeah. What'd you say, Mark?
I said safe travels to you on the road on this tour.
Thank you, man. Yeah. It's been great, man. Right now we're in New Hampshire. So
nice.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Hampton
Be careful about that.
Oh yeah. I ain't seen not one black person yet.
Be careful about that.
Except us. Nah. It's one of those situations. I'll be on the bus.
There you go.
I'll be on the bus. If you're looking for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hey, but I love you, fellas. We love you guys out there.
You guys too, man.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Marcus, listen. Be safe. Reem, be safe.
Yes, sir.
You know how we do. It's a real talk conversation on this biznizzle. Y'all be safe out there. We'll talk to you soon.
You're listening to Real Talk. Here we go. In this bitch.